What's up, ranch hands? Welcome back to the channel Yellowstone Season 5, Episode number 3. And it feels like there's a lot of trouble coming. The first two episodes of this season have been very, very dark. There's been a lot of death being talked about, hinted at with animals and a flashback that we got. And Jon being in the governor's seat, he's making some pretty intense decisions.
I'm scared about.
Very quickly in his term as governor. He's going to revoke the lease of market equities, taking the land for the airport and the city and all this stuff.
No more funding.
I feel like all he's doing, and I fully understand why he's doing what he's doing. It just feels like everything that he's doing now as governor is going to create a lot of enemies.
Yeah.
As if they don't already have enough of those. People out there wanting to take his land. It's been happening for a very long time. And obviously market equities feels like the biggest threat that they've had, to the point that they've put Jon in a position to be governor. Like, that's how extreme things have gotten.
Yeah.
And I just get really worried. They've got this new woman in place now. She's shown up.
Sarah, yeah.
And she has, just like in the first episode, she noticed Jaime and is going to target him now in terms of finding information about what's going on because of his mood, his demeanor, the way he's carrying himself, the body language that he has.
Yeah.
It's very obvious that he has a figurative gun to his head through Beth with this whole photo thing. And he just doesn't look like a happy dude in a moment that a son should be happy. So it makes me nervous because there's so many different directions they could go in with that. They could just do like a deep dive, background check, find out information about him, his adoption, obviously. They could try to press him in person and try to get information out of him that way, which has proven to be pretty effective with people in the past. I know this is a different situation. I know Jaime is in a really tough spot with the idea of Beth having this information and Jon owning him essentially now. But he's always crumbled under pressure when people have put him in spots that they have the advantage in.
Right.
So this is another one of those spots where I don't know what this group's going to do. Are they going to try to corner him? Are they just going to do background check? Are they going to find information they're going to try to use against Jon to get him out of there? There's a lot of different ways that this goes, it feels like.
There's so much stuff out there that they could potentially use against everybody.
Yeah, and Jaime is probably the one person who knows everything. Because I don't think Kayce knows everything. I don't think Beth knows everything. Specifically, Beth has been shielded from certain aspects of the business when it comes to the dirty work. But Jaime knows everything, literally because of his role as the lawyer of the family and of the land and the ranch. So if this dude gets pushed into a corner, who knows what kind of information or deals he'll be willing to make.
Right.
Especially to protect himself, which he has said multiple times lately that he's in this for himself. But again, that whole carrot that Beth is dangling with this whole photo thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what his limits are and what he's willing to do and not do with that information being out there.
Yeah.
We'll see. There's a lot of stuff. It just feels like Jon is creating a lot of hostility. Obviously, the people who support him are going to support him because they all probably have ranches and land and they want to protect the idea of what Montana is and all of that stuff.
Which I can appreciate that.
There's also going to be a lot of people with a lot of money who don't live in Montana but call Montana home now, who are going to not like what he's doing.
Right.
His decisions are going to probably pull a lot of money out of a lot of people's pockets potentially. So we'll see where it goes. There's a situation now, too, with these wolves.
Oh, the collars.
Which feels like is something else that could totally get brought back to Jon. And it feels like he's going to have a lot of fires to get put out because...
because they showed being on his ranch and then from the ranch to the river and then down the river and then stop.
These wolves...
On a log?
These wolves feel very special and important. The fact that they have motion tracker GPS collars on them.
They have Facebook pages and merch.
If their movement stops for a certain amount of time, you get checked on, obviously. So the fact that they threw it in the stream and Rip's leave it loose so it falls off. I don't know why they didn't just throw it in there and let it float as it is. Because, regardless, I feel like with all the debris in a river, you hit a certain spot, it's going to get caught regardless.
Yeah.
So they're going to be able to track every step that these collars have taken, and they're going to track them to them being tied on this log.
That makes me so uncomfortable.
It just feels like a really bad thing that could open up a really nasty investigation for Jon, because accidents were made. Wolves were killing their cattle, which is a big deal. They got to protect that. But they used night vision and they hunted these wolves at night. They didn't see that they had friggin' collars on their neck. This feels like another one of those really difficult spots. Again, it takes me back to the bear situation that we had a few seasons ago.
Yeah,
to
big
where,
trouble.
Like, killing an animal like that on the land is a really bad thing.
Yeah.
It feels like John's going to have his hands full. He already doesn't want this job. He already has expressed so many times that he doesn't want to spend the next 4 years of his life doing this. So I'm just wondering, at what point does John hit a breaking point of his own in terms of dealing with all of this drama and all these issues? Because, again, he already doesn't want to be there. He's doing this strictly for the land and the ranch. And, I mean, he loves Montana. He loves the state. But he's doing this for himself and his family. So feels like a lot of bad stuff. These first 2 episodes have been very emotional and very brutal, including the whole Monica stuff, losing a son. Named John. They want to bury him on the ranch so they can visit him. So, I mean, the emotion is cranked up. The drama always cranked up. And this situation just seems like it's a really big one and a very difficult one for them to get out of.
Yeah. If I could not cry as hard as I did in the last episode, that would be great. Thank you so much.
That was tough. But you got anything else?
No.
All right, let's go. Damn, dude.
I don't need to see all. Oh, God. And the baby.
Dude.
Wolves, tracks lead west. Got a cow and a calf down over there. Pick the calf clean, just take the stomach out the mama. Can't find the rest of the herd anywhere.
You see any cattle?
Not a one.
Maybe it's dogs if they're not eating them. Those wild dogs pack up, they can be fierce.
It ain't dogs.
Don't know how they got here so quick. Just released them in the spring.
100 miles from here. I don't think it's a wolf.
You ever see dogs this big? I haven't.
It's a big ass paw.
Thought they weren't supposed to leave the park.
Guess they didn't bother telling the wolf that. If they did, he ain't listening.
The wolves you released ain't even the ones that used to be here. You brought them in from fucking Canada.
Genetically speaking, they are the same species. We do not have a single confirmed livestock killed by wolves.
Oh, my God. That's one thing to piss off some ranchers.
This is just irrational panic over the big bad wolf when there is no such thing. Big bad wolf's a fairy tale.
Well, Keith, it looks like the fairy tale is coming true.
It's like, I got proof. Seen it.
Their fear is not fact-based. It's based on rumors and media-fueled hysteria. We investigated dozens of claims and do not have a single verified wolf kill.
Well, I can show you 5 right now. My ranch.
You have any proof?
My word is my proof.
John, I mean no disrespect, but you're not a wildlife biologist.
Name another predator in this region that has paw prints the size of my hands, that brings down its prey by biting the hocks and consumes the organs first. You can't, because there isn't one. Ranchers' support is the reason why you were allowed to reintroduce them in the first place. But if you can't protect us like you promised, then they will be forced to take matters in their own hands. They'll have no choice.
Killing an endangered species is a felony, John. I'd remind the ranchers of that.
You don't know me well enough to call me John.
Oh.
But if Fish and Wildlife officers aren't on my front porch by Friday with a checkbook, you're gonna get to know me real well.
Shit.
Damn.
Every flashback that they have ever shown us has had major meaning into the episode that we are currently about to watch. This whole storyline with the wolves.
It feels like there's an alternate meaning also wolves attacking.
Yeah, there's a literal and figurative
Yes.
story there for sure. It's just so interesting that they've had this problem for so long. And is this going to fall along the lines of like killing the collared wolves as like a felony? Are they considered endangered?
Yeah, I mean, if they have a
Still?
collar on them, yeah.
This
I mean,
feels
I
like-
understand that the wolves need to eat. They need to be able to hunt. Like, that's a part of, like, them as creatures, but...
And that's a difficult part of having such an open ranch and
Yeah.
nature. It just feels like these wolves are going to be a very big storyline. It's been a very big focus these first couple episodes.
The wolves are coming for you, John.
Oh, Beth's up before him?
She's got stuff to do.
Morning.
You're up early.
Yeah, I gotta go to Salt Lake.
What's in Salt Lake?
Loose ends, baby. I'll be back late.
Anytime Beth is going on a mission, I always feel nervous about it.
Why are you up so early, honey?
Keeping my promise to you. Why are you up so early?
Reflecting. I can't reflect at the end of the day. Evenings are for forgetting, but in the morning, I can remember.
Interesting.
Remember what?
There's some memories fathers shouldn't share with their children.
We're way past that, don't you, Dad? I think I've told you about everything. Oh, I told you about my first threesome.
All right.
What?
Didn't I? I thought I... Never mind.
Beth!
God damn, Beth.
Well, I'm not the one sitting on a porch thinking about things that I can't tell my kids.
Let's think about your mother.
What about her?
She was a magnificent woman. I wish she could have lived long enough for you to recognize that, to know it, know how much she loved you.
Yeah, when she blamed her death.
You know, Dad, you can love a memory all you want, but it can't love you back. Find someone that you can love while you're still young enough to do it.
So you can run them out?
You know, her memory is not going anywhere.
Yeah, Beth's been pretty hostile with every lady friend John has had.
Shit, Beth, what are you doing, girl?
Yeah, she looks bothered. I don't know if it's just because of the conversation with John just now or if it's...
What she's got to do.
Yeah.
She's crying. She does, like, so much stuff, like, by herself. I'm not that strong. I can't do that shit by myself. I need to lean on others.
It also just makes me a little nervous that she does so much by herself.
Happy birthday, Ronnie.
Lord. Is he 70?
58, come on. Now.
58? You have cancer or something?
Oh my God!
Get her and make whatever you want for supper.
Steaks.
Steaks it is. We're prowling pairs, let's go.
I love you, Lloyd.
I just love how, like, when the bunkhouse is in a good mood, I love how they just give each other shit. They just poke each other constantly.
Aww.
I think he likes me.
Of course he likes you. You're feeding him. He thinks you're his mama.
What about when he gets older? You gonna ship him out with the rest?
No. We'll use him to practice roping or babysit next to his bottle caps. Orphans don't get shipped off around here, Carter. In case you haven't noticed.
Stop. I want to feed a baby.
I'm going out today.
If I'm gonna make a cowboy out of you, you're going out every day.
He's so cute. Stop it. Look at that baby right there.
Uh-oh.
I know, I don't like that look on his face. Uh-oh.
Can I help you?
Uh-oh.
Just a radio caller out of the Yellowstone River. GPS shows the animal was on a portion of your ranch for roughly 3 days before turning to the park and then ended up in the river somehow.
What kind of animal was the caller on?
A wolf.
You don't mind if we head out from here, follow these wolves' path?
Where'd it go into the river?
Good question.
We haven't found the wolves, just the caller.
Strapped to a log.
Yikes.
Care to ride with us?
No, I got work to do.
It sounded like a question, but it isn't. We have an extra horse.
No, I got my own horse. Just give me a minute.
Oh, shit.
Damn it.
So you want to rest him here?
Well, this is rental, though. A ranch.
You will need a four-legged to take him on the journey. A horse.
Your son's spirit needs a horse spirit to carry him to the other side.
You want me to kill a horse?
Won't have to. God will have his horse ready when your son's ready.
You know, death is a private thing. It's perhaps the one thing we do alone. No matter how many are around us, we do it alone. The ceremony is a private thing, too. It's not for your father or your brother and sister. It's not even for you. And it's not for grieving. It's for sending that boy off in the right way. There's plenty of time for grieving later.
Tomorrow's the fourth day. Ceremony should be tomorrow.
I'm gonna get some breakfast.
Unbelievable. I love their ritual.
I do too.
And when Mo starts talking about it,
I don't do this for me. I do it for my father, and every time I do this job, something bad happens to her, to me, to my son. My vision told me I have to choose, so I'm choosing, and I don't choose this.
Did a lot of good with that badge.
It's not my path. They are my path.
It's a good choice. What's the favor?
I need a job.
I don't know how to apply your skill set on the res, Kayce. I mean, tribal police are native for a reason. I call BIA on your behalf. You're not policing for my people. You're policing my people. I'd rather you keep the job you've got.
Your brother could appoint you an investigator for the Montana Department of Justice in this region. We haven't had a state investigator here in decades.
If your vision told you to choose a different path, then the right opportunity is on the new one.
Pick family 100 times out of 100.
Uh-oh. She's going through something.
Gotta let her do it. It's all right. Let her grieve.
Dude, this season. You alright?
They haven't fallen yet. They're still in there.
Yeah, I love what you've done here. Strong wording. Demanding the judge uphold the lease with prejudice. So now we're just making up judicial authorities. Here's the reality of your situation. The state granted conditional approval based on a satisfactory environmental report approved by the EPA, which it wasn't.
We haven't finished building the thing they need to study.
Your zoning request was denied. The county will not alter its regulations with regards to multifamily homes outside city limits.
Uh-oh, she's gonna say something fucking stupid right now.
You promised. You fucking promised, and you took millions in lease payments.
You have no case, and you know it.
Dang. Hey, she looks way too comfortable and confident sitting there.
You're better than I expected.
Dang.
I suppose I made the same mistake coming out here. Middle of nowhere, expecting to find attorneys without sophistication. But you're pretty good. The suit, it is what it is. We have no choice but to fight. Careers will end over this if we don't present a measure of outrage. You think it's a mistake? Of course you do, though, because you're smart. You know it's gonna happen. How the fuck is this state gonna make any money? I'm here to find a soft landing for the both of us. You don't find those in a courtroom, but you do find those over dinner. How busy are you tomorrow night?
Dude,
Have you
very
heard of
busy.
the Deerfield Club?
It's good.
7?
No thanks. Gotta go.
She's a little scary.
Yeah.
She feel a little out of Jamie's league in terms of what we're dealing with here.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about that.
I think so.
So he faked his outrage, and then she went in.
And good job, by the way.
Yeah. Fucking faker.
Play outraged very well.
Okay. See, fuck. How many times do I gotta say I called it? I fucking called that shit in my mind. Because you guys didn't know that. Ugh.
Interesting plan that they have going on here.
Yeah. When he's sitting out there waiting with a smug smile on his face, I'm like, faker, faker, faker.
What you doing? Trying to convince myself to be good at a job I don't want. And myself to stop being so goddamn selfish and trust what's good for Montana is good for our family.
Well, I guess it depends on which Montana you're talking about. And which family.
You got my son paid a hell of a price for it. I'm sorry.
Monica wants to have a funeral. He wasn't alive long, but he was alive. Doesn't want to bury him with a bunch of strangers. She wants him here. She can visit, if you'll allow it.
Of course I'll allow.
No question.
She wants a traditional service. I'm not sure you can be there. Not sure I can be there either.
Whatever she wants. You give it, son.
You mean that?
Of course I mean it.
Well then, that's what I'm gonna do. I can't serve both. I choose her and I choose my son.
State needs you, Kayce.
She needs me more. We both do.
Okay, let's go pick a spot.
Typically, when things seem too good to be true, I reject the proposition altogether.
Well, thank you for the latitude.
You have the controlling interest in Schwartz and Meyer.
Yes,
You're offering it for sale.
correct.
And all you want is to carve out the real estate funds?
Just the real estate. You will continue managing the real estate funds.
Schwartz and Meyer manages $2.3 billion with an average return of 22%. That's a net of $480 million.
Well, I'm keeping $300 million worth of real estate. I'd hardly call that giving it away.
There's a rattlesnake somewhere in this deal, Beth.
They know. They know.
Emmy is gonna sue me. They're gonna claim they fired me for cause and that my severance should be nullified by me violating their company's NDA. Then they're gonna sue me for my piece in this place. Then they're gonna sue the state for breach of contract.
All those things seem likely.
No shit. Market Equities is your largest competitor, right?
Yes.
Don't you want to fuck them over just a little bit?
I want to fuck them over a lot. Don't want to get fucked in the process.
I will place the land in a conservation easement. Since this is the land they intended to build Terminal 2, their development is done, no matter what a fucking federal judge says. They will write down $1 billion in losses and 20 times that in lost revenue over the next 10 years.
Damn.
It's another $2 billion off their balance sheet, and that is how CEOs get fired.
Jeez.
You will inherit 12 pipe-hitting investment bankers, generating $500 million in profits and $40 million in your pocket every fucking year, and it didn't cost you a dime. Where's the rattlesnake in the deal?
I don't know. You're a terrifying woman.
I am the rattlesnake.
There we go. There it
But
is.
you're not who I'm gonna bite.
He wants to get bit, though, a little bit. He does. He likes her a lot.
This is a one-day only offer. I may be one step ahead of him, but I am not two. You're a big boy, Rob. You can trust me on this, and you know it.
She is terrifying.
We might send a hitman after you for this.
Wouldn't be the first time.
After this, the hitmen will be after them.
I don't have any idea about like what this actually does. It sounds fucking scary as shit, and it sounds like Beth knows what the fuck she's doing. I'm gonna go with it.
I just know they're throwing billions of dollars around.
Yeah.
She's hurting a lot of people's wallets, and just the idea of what she's doing is making me very nervous because
yes,
we talked about it in the intro. They're creating a lot of enemies, and we've seen what enemies of this situation, we've seen what they do.
Burson International has purchased investment firm Schwartz & Meyer, one of the larger private fund managers in the United
Oh
States.
my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
She's gonna fucking flip out, I feel like.
She placed all Schwartz & Meyer land in a conservation easement.
Can she do that?
She can, and she did.
Oh, man.
The board is asking that you return to New York.
Of course they are.
And this changes things with respect to litigation. New York would like to drop the suit. They don't want to throw good money after bad.
Find a way to ruin this family, Ellis. Ruin them. Starting with her.
I think this is checkmate, Caroline.
There is no such thing.
Oh, jeez.
Well, what about Sarah? Should she stand down?
There are no rules for Sarah. Turn her loose.
Bitch.
She does not seem like the type of person who's just like, okay, we lost, I'm leaving.
Yeah, no.
She wants to like burn it down on her way out. This dangerous games.
Is this how you celebrate a birthday?
Yes.
Yeah. Don't you do this shit every night?
Yep.
How old are you, Lloyd?
He's 85.
You read them and weep.
Birthday boy!
That would be called the dead man's hand, which is appropriate considering his age.
Hey,
Oh
let's
my
go
God.
to the bar in Bozeman.
The bars in Bozeman, Beth, are full of tourists and fake cowboys. You take fake cowboys and you put them with real cowboys in a fucking bar, and there's gonna be fighting, and we don't need fighting.
We'll be home before midnight. Nothing bad happens before midnight.
Well, Mama used to say.
That's true.
Beth, I said no.
Oh, you don't fucking tell Beth no.
Oh, you said no, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess that settles it. I'm buying one.
Happy birthday, Lloyd.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
shit.
I'm gonna force your ass to have fun tonight.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh shit! Everybody's getting in a fight.
That's what it feels like.
Start a tab. All these cowboys are gonna be on it. Start with a dozen whiskey shots and a dozen beers.
This is a terrible idea.
Aw, Beth and Teeter.
It's nice to see Rip smile every once in a while.
Aren't you a tall drink of water?
Oh fuck you! Oh don't do it! Oh god! Oh you done fucked up.
Me too.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Uh oh. You're fucked up now.
Where's your wife?
Oh god.
Your
Oh
wife
god.
is standing right over there, staring at you.
I'll handle this.
No, don't do that now.
Oh no, you done fucked up, bitch! Oh shit! Oh shit! Goddamn! Me too.
Oh
Me
no!
Too. Bitch! Bitch!
This dude's still playing
I know.
as there's a fucking brawl breaking out.
I love Beth so much.
Why'd she have to freaking cold cock her in the head with a bottle? That's fucking insane.
She started it. This bitch started it.
Oh shit!
She started it. You fucking put your hands on a married man.
Holy shit!
You know who that is, don't you?
You need to stop worrying about her. Start worrying about you.
Fucking bouncer put her in a chokehold. What would you do if that was your fucking wife?
I hear you. But this ain't the old fucking days. Didn't the sheriff? He doesn't put up with this shit.
All right.
Decided to come to town and toss the entire bar, I see.
You put your hands on my wife, and you get the horn.
I could charge every one of you with battery.
Oh shit.
You charge the whole fucking bar if you like.
She does not care. She gives zero fucks.
She hit that girl in the head with a bottle. That is aggravated assault.
Is she even gonna fucking press charges?
Bet your fucking ass I'm pressing charges.
You know this is gonna be a real problem for you, right, Sheriff?
Problem of her own making.
It's your problem now.
Yikes.
You have the right to remain silent.
Pressing charges, you fucking pussy, huh?
I hope you die in there, you bitch!
Did she just spit against the window? There was drips. She spit the window. God damn it. Okay, maybe the bottle is a little excessive.
A little?
I'm so sorry. If somebody does that shit and is like, oh, I'll take care of this, bitch, we fighting. Let's fight right now.
I think there's a lot of easier ways of handling that spot
Let's go.
than cracking somebody over the head with a bottle.
Okay, this bitch comes up to you and like, hey, oh no, I'll take care of your wife for you. The fuck?
I still don't think a bottle is necessary over the head.
We're doing this shit right now. No, I'm just kidding.
Jeez. So add it to the list of stuff that is going to potentially give John a headache.
Honestly, I feel like this is going to be problems for Beth in more ways than one because, like, you don't need a criminal record.
I mean...
But also, I'm ready to fight now. Let's go.
I wouldn't be surprised if she has one, unless it's always been...
Like, brushed off.
Because she's protected.
Yeah, because she's a Dutton.
But, like, her with aggravated assault, these wolves, and this thing that's going on with those now...
I'm sorry, but I'm still amped up. Anybody else ready to fight? Let's go, bitch. Let's fucking go.
I think my favorite part of that was the fact that the musician was still just like, oh, hey, I'm just going to keep going. Like, there's a brawl in front of me. I'm just going to keep playing music because that's what I got to do, I guess.
I love that for him.
I just, obviously, the moment this idea even came up that we were going to this bar.
Everybody knew.
And when they told us what type of bar we were going to, it's like, yeah, something bad's happening.
Yeah.
And
I didn't think it would be Beth, though.
I mean...
I was stupid for thinking that.
I 100% was expecting her to be the, like, catalyst of whatever problem grew in terms of being at this bar, because she is obviously the aggressive one. She is the one who talks trash. She is the one who obviously...
That bitch started it.
Has no filter and has no care. So she'll do... Yeah, she started it. But it's one of those things where
Beth
it's like...
was trying to finish it.
I don't think you need to... Again, you don't need to crack someone over the head with a bottle to prove your point. There's like certain levels to how you need to handle things. And she took things way too far. Okay.
It's a show. I wouldn't do that in real life.
She wouldn't fight anybody.
I'm not gonna fight anybody.
And plus, I would de-escalate that probably better than what Rip did.
Also, I'm not going to jail for anybody's dumbass. I'm not.
I
My children, yes. Him, sure.
I don't even know why. Like, Rip should know better. Why would you point her in the direction of Beth?
I know, that was
It's like,
bad.
you know, like, if this girl confronts Beth, Beth's gonna fight her. Like, you knew that was like Rip. I think Rip kind of made a mistake there. I'm just gonna say he could have just been like, nah, I'm not interested. Go away. Like, that should have been the play.
Okay, but I don't think that lady had any intention on leaving Rip alone.
I think Rip has more than enough capabilities to give the signal that he's not interested. I think he's got the mean mug enough and the anger and attitude to just be like, just back the fuck away, leave me alone. I'm married, my wife's here, she's gonna whoop your ass, just leave. Like, maybe that would have been better. Or he could have just walked away and grabbed Beth and left, considering he was ready to go. I feel like there were better ways of handling that situation.
Maybe.
And I think Beth, I mean, obviously her upbringing, her attitude, her mindset on, like, she feels untouchable in every situation.
I know she does.
I think that pushes her to take things too far.
Yes.
And I'm wondering, like, just to kind of hit a transition real quick, this new plan that she implemented with the businesses and market equities and Schwartz and Meyer, like, I feel like even that's a situation where it's going to blow up in her. That's a really bad way of putting it. 'Cause
Yeah,
she's kind of been through that before. I just worry that it's going to be a massive backfire. I don't know.
Girl.
I just.
Back.
Yes.
Fire.
I worry that the people that she's dealing with aren't easily scared away.
No, they've got
And
so
I
much
think
money
they've
they don't even know what to
proven-
do with it all.
But also, the older woman who I think is the CEO of Market Equities, she still has to report to somebody, which is what's happening. And they don't want to keep throwing good money away. But at the same time, I don't feel like she's going to just let this slide. The fact that she even said, like, make this family pay
Well, and then
unleash what her name
Sarah.
all the way.
Yeah, I remember Sarah saying, I think that lady's name is Caroline, but don't quote me on that.
It just definitely feels like one of those situations that these people aren't going to go quietly. And the fact that the timing of Beth getting arrested, I feel like that's going to come into play too.
I feel like that's bad.
There's a lot of stuff going on here, and obviously the Wolves situation, that's not going to go quietly.
I'm really scared about that.
Now Beth getting arrested, like, John is going to have to deal with all of these fires, and it's like, that's a bad look for him as governor, that his family is and his land is responsible for these certain actions. It just feels like it's going in like, these 3 episodes have been so dark. We tried to have some fun. It was Lloyd's birthday, and it just kind of got overshadowed with this drama.
I feel bad for Lloyd. I'm like, it's his birthday. He didn't even get to stay out till midnight.
Yeah,
he got
right?
fucked over.
So it just feels like there's so many things going into dangerous, negative territory. This whole Kayce storyline too, it's something that actually is really resonating very strongly with me because of something that I just recently did. I recently left my job that was a grind because they were asking certain things of me that I didn't want to do anymore.
He chose us.
I picked the family over the job.
He chose y'all
yeah.
and us.
100%. Because if I did what they wanted, a lot of things would have changed. This channel would have had a big impact. My family life,
We
if you
would have
didn't
been
know,
affected.
I coached my daughter's softball. I managed the softball team. So, like, I would have had to give that up. Like, there were things that I would have had to give up as a result of new policy at work that I just wasn't down for anymore.
It's not worth it.
And, like, just hearing Kayce go through this, like, it really hit me. Like, it was one of those things where if you have the opportunity and you're in a position, which thankfully this allows me to be in a position, don't give up on your family. Pick your family every single time if you have that chance to. And I'm grateful and blessed enough to have been able to pick my family.
I mean,
that was a storyline.
You
that just
haven't
hit
always
hard.
gotten to pick your family.
No.
You've had to, I mean, and we get it. Like, you guys, you need to support your family, and that means leaving them sometimes.
Yeah, I sacrificed a lot over a lot of years. I mean, for example, like our 10-year anniversary wedding
Was spent in a
I had to
hotel
work.
room next to work.
Yeah, I had to work because that's just the nature of the business I was in. I missed so many things with my kids and birthdays and softball games and all kinds of stuff. So, like, the idea that, like, Kayce is going through that, and obviously his current situation is way more extreme than anything I've had to ever deal with.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's along the same lines, and the fact that his family needs him, his wife needs him. It's like, this job, yeah, it was really great, and I did some good things with it, but, like, him handing it to John and be like, I'm done with it. I like how John handled that too, by the way. he didn't really give Kayce a lot of grief over it.
No.
And I think he understood the situation.
Well, I mean, even when he was talking about him being so wise, he's like, you've had to pay an extreme price, essentially, to, you know, learn this wisdom. It's unfortunate that he had to learn it that way.
That storyline it really kind of hit me kind of hard with the idea of the stuff I'm going through currently. And through, like, the first month of doing this, it's just the best
You've been
decision.
probably more busy, though.
I have been more busy
than when you had.
That's just because we're watching too many shows right now. We've got
a job outside of home.
Our plate is overflowed right now, so that's probably the reason for that. But yeah, I mean, I'm loving the decision I made, and I know Kayce will probably love the decision he made too. Mm-hmm. Picking family is always better, but these first handful of episodes have been so dark, very depressing. It feels like. A lot of very negative storylines playing out. And I feel like they just like, oh, this was bad. Maybe they'll start getting things better next episode. No, it's like, okay, we just piled another really horrible thing on top of this other horrible situation that they got themselves into. So, like, it feels like we're going down a really dark road.
I agree.
Any other thoughts?
No, not right now. I'm glad I didn't cry.
Yeah,
I mean, I almost did.
Felt like you were.
I kept him in. It was tough, man. Poor Monica.
There was a lot. I mean, those moments and just seeing her go through that is just so brutal.
I wish you could just take the pain away.
Yeah. But, I mean, 3 episodes, very, very rough so far.
Yeah.
But you guys obviously share all your thoughts. Leave them down below. What are you thinking about this season through these first 3 episodes? Pretty wild stuff. So, yeah, leave all your thoughts. We'll see you later for the next one. Have a good one. Bye.